Bracketology Predicting the 2025 NCAA Tournament Field. Scenes from Hinkle Fieldhouse. Allow me to potentially be the first to wish you a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, as I welcome you to the final edition of Bracketology at ClutchPoints in the year 2024. Before we get into the most updated Bracketology projections, I want to share some rapid-fire, bullet point observations from a day in which I made the trip from Cleveland to Indianapolis and back in order to watch my favorite college basketball team. I'm fortunate to have a number of incredible in-person sports experiences to look back on. I've been to the NBA Finals, the Orange Bowl, multiple rounds of the NCAA Tournament, and I've somehow managed to see my Chicago Bears lose all 5 times I've seen them play in person. I've even been to mainstay WWE events, WrestleMania, and the Royal Rumble, and yet a visit to Hinkle Fieldhouse managed to feel completely unique from the rest of them. That's not to say it was any better or any worse than any of those previous events attended. However, I came into the afternoon underestimating a few things. 1. I underestimated just how different Hinkle Fieldhouse was going to feel from your typical basketball arena. To say that Hinkle has character is a vast understatement. It is like the coolest, biggest, oldest high school gymnasium that you could imagine, and I mean that as nothing but a compliment. It is absolutely dripping with history, and I would recommend that every basketball fan sees a game there. 2. I underestimated how great our seats were going to be. We were on the baseline in the second level right above the UConn bench. More on this in a second. 3. I underestimated how incredible the Butler crowd was going to be. Part of this surely has to do with the fact that the Bulldogs gave my Huskies all they could handle, but that's an A+ home court advantage, and I'm not even factoring in the sun shining down on parts of the court. I made this all-day trip with my girlfriend's brother-in-law Matt and his father Chad, a pair of lifelong Clevelanders and Ohio State Buckeye alums who've had a trip to Hinkle on their respective basketball bucket lists. They came into the day hoping for a competitive game between UConn and Butler, check, and a pair of Buckeye victories in the college football playoff, check, and on the hardwood against Kentucky, check. All around, it was a good day for the three of us. Had Clemson covered, it would have been a really good day. I came away from the game feeling slightly better about UConn's chances to three-peat than I did going in, despite the fact that the Huskies let an early double-digit lead slip away. Yes, there are still all of the problems I addressed immediately following an 0-3 run at the Maui Invitational. But at this point, the disaster in Hawaii feels like it was 4 years ago, not 4 weeks ago. Alex Caravan reached some sort of new level for me during this game. In terms of players, I trust taking a big shot. Caravan hit not 1, but 2 super clutch, high-pressure three-pointers in spots where the Butler crowd was ready to will the Bulldogs to a late-game lead. But the 3-year starter wasn't going to stand for it.